So, guys, welcome to Away Days. This is going to be our Annex Herd Soccer microcast of sorts, Jeff. We can't do predictions while they're on the road, so here we are. First, want to recap the JMU game. What a freaking roller coaster, huh?
It was stressful.
Very stressful.
Is an easy way to put it.
Now that was, I don't think anybody saw that coming. I don't think JMU saw that coming.
Yeah.
Going into the half like that was not where we wanted to be.
Down 1-0 at the half, and then quickly coming out in the second and giving out a very similar goal, to be honest with you, to go down 2-0.
You know,
First goal, it was on our end of the field. It was right in front of 104.
Felt like a foul.
Yeah, felt like a foul. Wasn't happy that it wasn't, but I wasn't terribly mad about the goal. In all honesty, the second goal, I didn't realize that the player had slipped. Live in person until I went back and rewatched it. Taking those two plays into account, I feel like we should have had an assist on both of those. I don't feel like those were JMU goals as much as they were Marshall mistakes.
Yeah.
What about our first goal?
The first goal is a Marco Silva goal, right? Off a deflection.
Mm-hmm.
You love it.
Yep. I watched the buildup of that, and obviously it's a dirty goal.
Yep.
A lot of beat around and whatever.
Yep.
And my man Marco, always coming through in the clutch. I can't say enough good things about Marco.
He's to the second goal now. You talk about Roberto scoring the goal, but it's in the build-up with this one. This is one of those that I think Grassy loves to see.
Yeah.
It gets Stokio. She plays an incredible through ball, breaking two lines to Panholzer, and really Panholzer's best moment of the night. Puts centers a ball right there. Roberto, little dink in.
Yeah, I mean the cross in was, not to take anything from Roberto. I mean, anybody could have scored that goal.
Yep.
He's in the right spot. Obviously, he's where he needs to be. But that cross in, that's the play.
That is.
I mean, that's the play. It was an unmissable shot based off of that cross.
I think we've been waiting for a moment like that for Panholzer all season.
Yep.
Big expectations. SoCon Player of the Year last year coming into the night.
And I went back and looked at it again. I think the biggest takeaway I had was live in person, I didn't feel that we were as dominant as I felt when I went back and rewatched the game.
Often the case, isn't it, with our games?
I went back and rewatched the game, and then you look at the numbers. I mean, now it was a tale of two halves, right?
Yep.
Tale of two halves. The last 20 minutes, I think that's the way we all expect to see Marshall playing for 90.
Yeah.
Just
relentless.
Yeah, just high tempo, pressing the action, controlling the game, putting their will on the other team. I made a little notes like shots in the first half we had 3, second half we had 10. 0 corners in the first half, 3 in the second half.
Yep.
Just two completely different halves. 64% possession. I felt terrible in that game. Even walking away with a 2-2 draw, I still thought, what is going on? But when I go back and I rewatch it, I'm like, that's a 2-0 game. In all reality, that's a 2-0 us game.
Exactly. It's essentially two slips away from being 2-0.
Yep.
And you control most phases of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, JMU had some moments here, but I don't feel any worse.
Fleeting.
I don't feel any worse for Ware.
No, I feel much better. Felt much better 48 hours removed from the game.
As is often the case.
Go through and watch as much as you did on UCF, but watching the West Virginia game, they seem to play in a style that we struggle with. They want to press high. They counter really, really well. They're going to pressure the back line. And after the JMU game, those were the things that JMU really capitalized on with us.
Oh, you can go all the way back to West Virginia last year at Morgantown.
I don't want to go all the way back.
Me neither. We were there, unfortunately, waving our flags and talking our shit
for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly, for about 10 minutes. But yeah, I mean, it's the same story. If you can get in those channels, disrupt, and press us, sometimes we're good for a mistake or two. Yeah. So big takeaway for me for UCF. I think it's a tougher match than their record tells us. They're around 500, but I think it's a quality team. At one point, a top 10 team in the nation. A draw against Wake Forest, a really close loss against a really gritty FIU team. We remember some of those teams back from the Conference USA days. FIU's never easy to beat. We've had some battles with them. Like we said, Emmanuel Baum, fast. That kid is quick. He's dangerous. He leads them in goals right now currently, coming off a goal at West Virginia. Just dangerous. He's the type of winger, especially on a counterattacking team like they have, that we struggle with.
Yep.
And then the Oregon State transfer, Ottawire, really pulls the strings. He's better in tight spaces. He's going to lead that attack going forward, and we could have trouble with him.
Yep. I think it's going to. I came in fully prepared to say, unranked, overranked. We're going to beat them. Not a problem. 3-0 game. I think it's just one of those things where it's on the road. Road games are never easy.
Yep.
And they are a good team. They've got good pieces. They match up well against us.
Yep.
I think it's really going to be. I think there's going to be a lot of small, and it's every game, right?
Yep.
But there's going to be a lot of small battles that are going to kind of dictate that. And I do think a lot of it is going to be that speed and how we can control the midfield. If they can cut right down the middle, spread us out wide with their speed, I think we're going to have a really rough day with them.
And you'll see, like when I was watching the Wake Forest game, that's the whole plan, right? Is spread you out wide and then work in.
Yep.
And they are successful at it. It's never going to be easy. It's never going to be easy with this team, and it's never going to be easy with the team that counters, which, like you said, is kind of our kryptonite. Because we're going to have the ball.
Yeah.
We're going to have, on a bad day, 60% of the ball. On a great day, we're going to have 70% of the ball. Like we said, away days, tough. We look at the South Carolina game. That one was not easy.
It's not how we thought it would go. It
No.
turned out fine, but
We look at Xavier.
was not a good one.
That was tough. But it was the exact same situation, right? They press, they counter, and they beat us. So, predictions. What you got?
I came in wanting to say 3-0.
Yeah.
I'm staying with 3-0. I am.
like
I'm
the
staying with
energy.
3-0. At the end of the day, like VCU was a really good win for us. It was a good competitive win. JMU showed that the boys don't quit.
Yep.
And that Grossi believes in what he's doing, and they're going to stay with their style.
Yep.
So to me, like what we're still lacking is that big signature. I don't want to say blowout win, but just that dominant performance. We haven't seen that game against a good team with just control the field end to end. Limit your mistakes. Play your style. I think that I just feel like this is our game. I just really do. I think that this is a game that we're going to look back and go, we learned some things in JMU, and then we capitalized at UCF and we beat them 3-0, and the season kind of turns.
I like 3-0 a lot.
That's why
I like 3-0. I was tempted, take the easy road out and say 2-1. I'm not going to say that. 3-1 herd.
I like it.
And I think it is as dominant as the scoreline indicates.
Yep.
They're going to get their chances. They're going to have the counters. As long as we can hold strong in those moments, I think it's a not easy victory, but it is a victory all the same.
Go herd.
Go herd.